How's it going, everyone? I'm Gray with Puppet Master Labs, here to talk about a new Ozone Engine module for the Unreal Engine 4. That module is ModSys DateTime, and today I will be breaking down how it works. So the two main focuses that make up the ModSys DateTime framework are the manager and components. The manager holds the global configuration of how the game's date and time functionality behaves. The default and recommended location to place the DateTime manager is inside of the game state. However, the manager can exist inside of any class that allows for blueprint actor components such as a game mode, a player controller, even an empty blueprint actor. Keep in mind that by placing the manager in any class other than the game state will require an additional step to access it. This will be covered in the Getting Started video linked below. The components are used to access the manager and display relevant data. Every component has a functionally identical actor component and widget blueprint variation. Some examples of what you might use a DateTime component in are blueprints used for clocks that will be placed in the level, HUDs that consist of a clock or a calendar, or particles for something like fireflies that are triggered to come out only at night. Now, the manager's main role is to keep the entirety of the game in sync with everything else. Each time the manager triggers a sync, existing components are updated as well. Some of the manager's more important configurations include the initial date and time, which is the date and time that the game starts at, the sync rate, which is how frequently the manager syncs all of its components. By default, this is every second, and the time weight, how time is weighted out in relation to real time. Some of the customizations available for each instance of a component are the source, where the component gets its date and time from, which can be game, system, or even a custom source. The passage, whether or not time passes for that component. Or the behavior, how the component behaves and displays the data. Where the behavior of a component kicks in depends on what component is being used. If you just need raw date and time data, the basic DateTime component is all you need. In the current version of ModSys DateTime, there are 3 additional child components available. Each child component has access to everything their parent does, but with additional functionality. The analog clock component calculates the rotation of its clock hands based on the time that is being passed into it. The digital clock and the digital calendar behave similarly to each other. Each expose additional formatting options in the form of shortcodes. So that's going to do it for this one. Hopefully you have a better understanding of how the DateTime manager and its components work together. For more information, a link to this project's page on the Puppet Master Labs website will be in the description. Be sure to like and subscribe, and with that, I will see you guys next time.